Thanks, Marcus. Well, here we are with Sir Jackie Stewart and Paul Stewart, and also Mark and the Tyrrell mechanics, including two who were here on that memorable day 50 years ago when you, Jackie, first drove that Formula 3 prototype. What are your memories of that day?
Well, first of all, Doug, it's one of the biggest days of my life because it was for Ken Tyrrell to give me a test drive that led me to race for him for the rest of my life as a racing driver. So Neil Davis was here that day, and so was Alan State, both of them beside me right now, and to have that memory along with then Ken's other mechanics who came on later in Formula 2 and Formula 3, they're all here. Roy Top's here, Roland Law's here, Joe's here, Joe Ramirez, a fella at the back there with a little black cap on. Really, all of them have been so much of such tremendous importance to my life. I've always said that they were better at doing what they did than I ever was at doing what I did.
God, they must have been good.
No, but if you think about it, for the Grand Prix wins that I had, the 27 Grand Prix out of 99 races, to finish first you must finish. And the reliability that I got out of the Tyrrells was just fantastic. The batting average, that's not counting podium finishes. So what they did to give me a car that lasted a full distance of a race was the biggest thing. And therefore, the mechanics for me are simply the most important people in the world of motorsport. So to have them here is just fantastic. All of them who were so much to do with my career.
Hear, hear. And your career really took off internationally here at this circuit. What does Goodwood mean to you?
Well, terrific, because it was the birth of motorsport in this country after World War II. And I came with my brother, Jimmy Stewart. He won the Johnson Trophy here in an E-type, a C-type, sorry, for Curie Course. My autograph book was filled. In fact, Lord March's father's autograph's in my book. So to him I say a big thank you, because he does a better job, I think, than any racetrack in the world of pleasing the public, of pleasing all the crowd that come here. And I say there's about 50,000 people a day for 3 days to see all the best cars in the world run. So to Lord March, I really give my congratulations on one of the great events of the year. But my career, I got the fastest lap here in sports cars of over 2 litres. That was good, but Jack Sears is here, John Surtees is here, the great Stirling Moss is here, who I've got his autograph as well. So there are an awful lot of people who had a great deal to do with my career. The cars that have been assembled, from the little Marcus, the AC Bristol that were belonging to Barry Fowler, right through the whole career.
Now, with the all the cars that are here, the Matra, for instance, the Formula 2 Matra, the first time you ever drove a Matra, that was also here.
Ken Tyrrell arranged Jean-Luc Lagardère, who at that time was the Director General of Matra, had it flown over here, and it came in a plane and landed in Goodwood and unloaded from one of these big planes that carry cars. And I had never driven a car like that before. It was so precise, it was so well put together. An aerospace company doing it. It just was a work of art, which led to the first Formula 1 car we had, and then to MS-80, which is also here. MS-10's here, that won that Nürburgring race. MS-80 won my first World Championship. That was a gem. But without Ken Tyrrell and this team, the Matra would not. These group of engineers and mechanics, it would never have been as good without them. The practical side of it, combining the technology of Matra. And the Cosworth engine. Mike Costin and just did a terrific job, and of course Keith Duckworth. So I was very lucky to be at a time in motor racing when the Ford Cosworth engine was so dominant, and everybody had the same engine, so it was very level racing. Yeah. But great times.
And of all those races, you once told me that the one that you rated most highly, personally, was your last Italian Grand Prix. Does that still stand?
I think so. I had a puncture, I think, on the third lap. We came in those days you didn't change to wheels and tyres in 2.4 seconds. It was quite a long pit stop. So I was away at the back and I came through. I had to finish fourth to clinch the World Championship that year, and that's exactly what happened. It was a lonely race. Ken Tyrrell kept giving me pit signals, usually handed out to me by Roger Hill or Roy Top, minus 20 Fangio, just to wind me up. But it was a good race for me. I mean, everybody thinks the races they win are the best races, but I think that one for me was my best race.
Yeah. And of all the cars, all these wonderful cars that are here and from your career, do you have one which is a particular favourite?
Well, I think MS-80 was the easiest car to drive. But the Matra MS-80. But the Tyrrells, whether it was 003 or whether it was 006, they were tremendous motor cars. And of their time, I couldn't have asked for a better car, with a man called Ken Tyrrell, who was a genius as a team manager, a genius at employing the best mechanics in the world.
That is brilliant. Thanks very much, Sir Jackie Stewart. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 times world champion, a national treasure, Sir Jackie Stewart.
Thanks, Doug. Thank you.